Hi everyone, I'm Christina, and in this video, we're looking at question 11 of the Edexcel 2018 A-Level Mathematics, Paper 1. So we're going to work through Part A. We want to use binomial expansions to show that this expression on the left can be approximated to this expression on the right in terms of these powers of x, up to x squared. So first, it's useful for us to make a note of the general binomial theorem, because what we'll want to do is try and see if we can get this expression on the left in a form that we can expand out into these terms of powers of x. So let's try and get what we have on the left to look a bit more like this 1 plus x to the power of n. So if we have root of 1 plus 4x over 1 minus x, let's rewrite that and let's separate it into two terms, one in the numerator, one in the denominator. So it becomes 1 plus 4x and 1 minus x. So we have 1 plus 4x at the top. We have the root 1 minus x. So that's equivalent to what we're given in the question. And then we can rewrite the top and bottom as 1 plus 4x to the power of a half over 1 minus x to the power of a half. And that can be written as 1 plus 4x to the power of a half times 1 minus x to the power of minus a half, because I have brought up what's in the denominator. So then this half here becomes a negative power if I want to do that. So now I can see that I have these two terms multiplied together, and they look a bit more like our 1 plus x to the power of n here. So now I can apply this general binomial theorem to get it into to get it as powers of x. So let's try and do that for each one. We can split it up. So this is our first one, and this is our second one. So let's look at that first term there. 1 plus 4x power of a half. How can we rewrite that now? Well, looking at what we have here, I can rewrite this as 1 plus a half times x. Of course, here we have x, but our term has 4x. So all we need to do is plug in 4x instead of x. So that's a half times 4x plus n. So that's a half. N minus 1, that's minus a half, because that's a half minus 1. 4x all squared all over 2 factorial, which is just 2. And we can stop there because we're approximating up to the x squared term. So we don't need to go any further than that. And you can simplify all of this first before moving on to this second term. So let's do that. So that's 1 plus 2x minus a half times a half, that's a quarter. Quarter times 4x all squared, that's going to be 16x squared over 2. So overall, this is 1 plus 2x minus 16 over 2, that's 8. 8 over 4, that's 2, so that's minus 2x squared. So then we've now simplified that term, so let's move on to the second one. So term 2, we have 1 minus x to the power of minus a half. So let's do the exact same thing here, referring to our binomial theorem here. So it's 1 plus nx. So that's 1 plus n is minus a half here. And our x, here we have positive x plus x, but here it's negative x. So then we have to replace x with negative x, like that, plus n, or n is minus a half, times n minus 1. So that's a half minus 1. So it's minus 3 over 2, all over 2 factorial, which is 2. And then it's also x squared. So it's minus x all squared. And we can stop there. So then we have 1 plus a half x plus 3 over 4, because that's minus a half times minus 3 over 2, all over 2 times x squared. That's 1 plus a half x plus 3 over 8 x squared. So now what we need to do is multiply these two expressions in terms of powers of x. So what we want to do is 1 plus 2x minus 2x squared times 1 plus a half x plus 3 over 8x squared. So that's 1 times 1. So we're just multiplying each term in the first bracket by each term in the second bracket all the way through. So the next term is plus a half x plus 3 over 8x squared. And then it's the same thing, that 2x times 1 times a half x times 3 over 8x squared. That's plus 2x plus x squared, because we're doing 2x times a half x. And then plus 2x times 3 over 8x squared. This is a term that, in fact, we don't need because our approximation only goes up to x squared. So we don't need an x cubed term. So we can just omit that term and we don't need to write it down or work it out. So that we omit. And then we continue with this third term then. So then that's minus 2x squared times 1. That's just going to be minus 2x squared. And then minus 2x squared plus a half x. Well, that's going to give us an x cubed term. And so we can omit that term of 2x squared times a half x. And we know also that minus 2x squared times 3 over 8x squared, well, that gives us an x to the power of 4. So we also don't need that and can omit that. So we can stop here and simplify everything to see if we have the approximation that we need for part A. So collecting like terms, 1 is just a constant on its own. Let's look at all the x terms. So we have a half x here and 2x here. That's plus a half x plus 2x. That's 2.5x. Or you can write that as plus 5 over 2x. And then here we're adding up our x squared terms. Just be careful here because we have our fraction. So this is going to give a total of minus x squared. And then we have 3 over 8x squared minus x squared. So to find the coefficient, we're doing 3/8 minus 1. So imagine we're going to have that x squared term, but we want to find the coefficient in front. And so the way we can do that is think about making the denominators the same. So that's 1 over 1. If we want to make it 1 over 8, we have to multiply the top and bottom by 8. because 8 over 8 is equivalent to 1. And so here we get minus 5 over 8. So minus 5 over 8 is the coefficient for the x squared term. So now this is the approximation we're getting. So let's check that that's what we're looking for. So 1 plus 5 over 2x minus 5 over 8x squared. And that is, in fact, what we get here. So that's part A.